Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be showing my Rainbow Six Siege settings so you guys can have a base settings of what to use for this game. So let's get straight into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my settings. My general settings, these are mostly kind of just based on preference. Crossplay, matchmaking on, crossplay communication on, all this, so we're not going to go in that. My HUD, I haven't really changed this at all. The only thing I did change, I think, was loadout inputs. I put that to off. Also, feel free to pause the video so you guys can look at the settings as well. But yeah, I didn't really touch this. I have the compass on. You want mostly anything on. I didn't really change the HUD size either. So yeah, so audio, pretty important thing here. So have everything on English. That's where I'm from. Master volume. This is all based on preference here. The only thing that is important is dynamic range is night mode. This is really 3D hearing to the right, to the left, so it's going to be really useful if you use night mode. Yeah, I used to have it on hi-fi and I couldn't hear either if they're coming to the left or the right, so make sure you guys put that on night mode. Voice chat, recommend push to talk. You don't want to be weird with the open, just push to talk. So go into display. The only important thing here is this is right here, these three things, these are based off your graphics card. So change that to where your game feels fast and, might not be great quality, but just it's fast and it's pretty easy to maneuver. It doesn't have any latency or lag. But the only thing I'd say that's important here is, yes, you get the HUD display. Haven't touched this. Field of view, make sure you put that to 90. And your aspect ratio, you can either be 4:3 or 5:4. This kind of spreads the screen out a little bit so you guys have easier chance of aiming and killing people. VSync I have off. This is what really turns on the latency. And yeah, brightness, I have it at 57. Also based on perspective, I'm gonna 57. There we go. Put it back. Graphics, another thing based off your graphics card. But these are the graphics I use. I have this high VFX, reflection medium, shadow quality low, shading quality is medium, and LOD quality is high. You guys can go ahead, pause the video, and go ahead and look at that. But those are my graphics settings for the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. Pretty old graphics card, but it runs pretty smooth for this game. So when I run these here with my 1050 Ti, I do max out 144, and that's the highest you can go. So make sure to pay attention to this line here. Don't want it too high, don't want it too low. So yeah, controls. I think these are the sensitivity. So my mouse sensitivity right now is 800 dpi. So with 800 dpi, you want your mouse sensitivity horizontal 28 and your mouse sensitivity vertical 29. You can really just switch this to 28, but I'm just gonna keep it 29. All of this, go ahead, pause the video. Mouse scroll enabled, gadget deployment advanced, drone deployment standard, aim, hold. A lot of people use toggle, but I like to use hold. Lean, toggle, which, yeah, that's a pretty good one to use. Sprint, I use hold, crouch, toggle, prone, toggle, and walk, hold. Here are the controller options if you guys use controller, but I do not, so these are just on default. So my keybinds, these are all default. U, push to talk, scoreboard, tab. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm on a 60% keyboard, by the way. WASD for Q&E, I use for lean left and right. Sprint, faster, repel, I use shift, but I think that's default. Crouch and repel, C. Prone, control, which I think could be C for default. I know I had to change this sometime. Shoot, aim, default. Reload, interact, I put as F. I think it can also be E, maybe default. Maybe. Melee attack, I use V. Secondary gadget, I use G. But you can, actually, I'm going to change this to one of my side buttons later once I kind of get used to it and know what I'm using. So yeah, you can either use G, which is default, or one of your mouse side buttons if you guys have those. For my gadgets, I use 5 and 6. Primary weapon, I really don't use these. I use scroll wheel, but it's 1 and 2. Ping and character, Z, could be something else for default. Switchability mode, B. Drop diffuser, very important one here is X. And change operator 7, which that's a new thing, so I put that for that. Observation tool controls, droning, all default. Spectator cameras, all default as well. I'm going to go ahead and scroll slowly just so you guys can see it. Maybe something that is not default, but I don't remember changing any of these. So, yep. So those are all the controls. Feel free, like I said, pause the video if you guys want to take a look at this. But we're going to go ahead to the privacy. Based on perspective, if you want a nickname, hide region latency, I turn that off. Another thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go back to HUD here. I think ping, player status, reminders. I don't know if it's here. But we're going to go ahead and go to the last thing, accessibility. So optic color, also just pick a favorite color, to be honest. I just have my turquoise. Screen shake intensity, I recommend to turn off. When you throw grenades, really shakes the screen. You don't want that. Based on team colors, whatever you want. Chat preferences, convert text to voice. Literally don't. I did turn on subtitles, but yep, these are mostly all default. I just changed this. But really important thing here, screen shake intensity off. So yep, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave them in a comment down below. Aside from all that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.